everybody, Seth with Riverview Construction here. We're doing an outside painting job for some people near the Rubidoux Historic District, and we're just going to walk you through some of the stuff that we deal with when we're painting the exterior of a house. So as you can see right here, this is what happens when your painting gets compromised, your paint job gets compromised. This was in good shape when it was put up probably 5 years ago, but over time, as the paint job wore off, it probably wasn't sealed right, it probably wasn't contained on the top, and that's some of the stuff that we're going to show you. But this is what can happen if you don't have a proper process when you are doing an exterior paint job on your home. So long before it gets real bad, like on this window here, you'll start to have paint just chipping off. And what you'll notice if you peel the paint off, there's fresh wood underneath the paint, and the wood that's been exposed is starting to discolor. That's because the paint here still has the protective layer on it. But this is what you're going to see when it's time to get to the paint job, before it becomes something that's really going to cost you some money in repair. But if you can just grab the paint and start peeling it off like this, that means that you need to get on this paint job sooner than later. So the first thing you do whenever the paint job has been compromised is what we've done here is you go over with a power washer and just take off what's easiest to get off. This really will show you what's really been compromised. And like we've done here, you can see it's still wet. We just did this. Some of these spots are fine. That's because they were treated well the first time. And this is the front of the house. The sun's on it all day long, so some of it's going to be in way worse shape. But first thing you do is you clean it really good, and the power washer is the easiest way to do that. So after you've power washed the house is when you're really starting to get into the prep work. The easy part is power washing, and this is when things get time consuming, because what you need to do is go to all these bare spots or where things have chipped away and do what we've done here. We went first with a scraper, we went through and chipped everything off with a hand scraper, and then we've gone back with a hand sander and hit all these spots. You'll get a lot of life out of the wood with the power washer, but using the hand sander, you're gonna bring and this is cedar siding, so you're gonna sand it until it's colored like new wood. And then what we've done is we've gone across the entire house, this whole side, and we've taken caulking, painter's caulk, to all of the gaps and all of the places where the boards meet together, all of the nail holes, anything that could compromise the paint job that'll let water through. And on this side of the house, it gets a lot of rain and a lot of sunlight, so this takes a majority of the beating. So we've gone through and we've caulked all these little spots. We've gone underneath all of the boards and caulked all those. And then after you've done that, you go with a primer, and you can see where the board's a little foggy right here. That's the primer that we've used, and it's a sealer primer that it basically looks like Elmer's glue when you pour it into your paint bucket. And we've just gone with a paintbrush over all the spots that we've got bare wood, and then after that has dried, then we go back and paint. You can see we've painted here. We're not really super clean with our lines on trim pieces, because we're going to go back with the siding color and cut all that in by hand. But that is essentially a basic rundown of what it takes to do a paint job on a house on the exterior. So hopefully it's helpful for you. Hopefully it'll help you kind of know if you need to consider having us come look at a paint job for you, and hope to see you soon, and hope you give us a call.